What's up, guys? It's your boy Ada Halalintar here. Today, I want to take you on a journey to my amazing home country, Indonesia. Forget everything you think you know, because we are about to dive deep into a world of incredible surprises. When people hear Indonesia, they often just think of Bali. And yes, Bali is awesome, no doubt about it. But my country is so much bigger, so much more diverse, and packed with adventures that will blow your mind. Imagine a place where you can climb a volcano in the morning, explore an ancient temple in the afternoon, and chill on a perfect beach by sunset. I want to be your personal guide on this virtual tour. Let's start with the basics, but make it epic. People say Indonesia is the country of 1,000 islands. That's a huge understatement, guys. The truth is, we have over 17,000 islands. Yes, you heard me right, 17,000. Imagine trying to visit them all. It would take a lifetime. Our country stretches from the tip of Asia to Australia. We are the world's largest archipelago nation, king of islands. We sit right on the equator in Southeast Asia. That means a tropical climate year-round, sunshine, warm weather, the perfect excuse to go to the beach anytime. Our geography is wild and beautiful. Sumatra, Java, Borneo, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, New Guinea, Papua. Beyond these giants are thousands of smaller islands, each unique, surrounded by water, Indian Ocean, Pacific Ocean, a maritime powerhouse. We are part of the Coral Triangle, the Amazon of the oceans, diving and snorkeling paradise. Okay, now for the fun part. Where should you go? Of course, there's Bali, the island of the gods. Bali is famous for a reason. It has beautiful beaches for surfing, like in Canggu or Uluwatu, peaceful rice paddies in Ubud, spiritual retreats, amazing cafes, vibrant nightlife, beautiful temples, daily offerings and incense. It's a vibe you can't find anywhere else. Bali is just the beginning. Let's travel to Java. Borobudur Temple, the world's largest Buddhist temple. A massive stone pyramid with intricate relief panels and serene Buddha statues. Watch the sunrise as mist covers the valleys and volcanoes. A UNESCO World Heritage Site. Komodo National Park, real-life dragons, pink beach with coral-tinted sand. Snorkel over reefs alive with color. Mantas, sharks, and huge schools of fish cruise these waters. On the Gili Islands near Lombok, there are no cars, just bikes, horse-drawn carts, crystal water, and sea turtles. Raja Ampat is a diver's dream. Over 2,500 limestone islands and the planet's highest marine biodiversity. Indonesia sits on the Ring of Fire with over 130 active volcanoes. Dramatic, fertile, and breathtaking. Climb Mount Bromo and watch daybreak above a sea of clouds. It feels like another planet. From dense rainforests to savanna-like islands, every island is a new adventure. Every country has its superstars, and in Indonesia we have a queen. Her name is Agnes Mo. If you don't know her, you need to look her up right now. She is more than just a pop star. She is an icon, an inspiration, a powerhouse. Agnes started as a child singer in the 1990s and has dominated ever since. Singer, songwriter, dancer, actress, fashion trendsetter. She's won hundreds of awards across Indonesia and Asia. She moved to the United States to chase a global stage. She's collaborated with American artists like Chris Brown and Timbaland. Her music fuses pop, R&B, and hip-hop with high-energy choreography and world-class vocals. She experiments with fashion, often adding Indonesian elements like batik. Her message, self-love, discipline, and staying true to yourself. A modern Indonesian icon, a national treasure and role model. If there's one thing you need to know about Indonesians, it's that we love social media. We are one of the most digitally connected populations in the world. Seriously, we're always online. My job as a YouTuber is proof of that. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp. We use them for everything. News, shopping, trends, events. From what we eat to the places we go, Indonesia is built for the gram. Short videos, we love them. Dance challenges, comedy skits, cooking tutorials, life hacks. YouTube is massive. Gaming, beauty, comedy, food reviews, daily vlogs. It gives everyone a voice. From cities to villages, it entertains, informs, and connects. And beyond fun, our netizens mobilize on X with viral hashtags, raising awareness and funds for real-world impact. We're a connected, vocal, passionate community, online and off. What do 280 million Indonesians do? Our economy is as diverse as our islands. Many still work the land. We're top producers of palm oil, coffee, rubber, and cocoa. Drive Sumatra or Java and you'll see endless fields. Farmers are our backbone. In big cities, finance and industry thrive. Offices, factories, and shops buzz with activity. Banking, telecoms, retail, hospitality, a fast-growing services engine. Our informal sector is huge. Street food vendors, family warung, and ojek riders keep cities moving. Home entrepreneurs are creative and resilient, the heart of local economies. The creative economy is booming. Content creators, designers, musicians, filmmakers, digital artists. From batik artisans to animators building virtual worlds, passion becomes profession. Connecting over 17,000 islands is a massive challenge, but we're making it happen. For centuries, the sea has been our main highway. Ferries and pelni ships move people, cars, food, and goods. From multi-day voyages to short hops, our ports never sleep. On land, mega projects like the Trans-Java Toll, over 1,000 kilometers, cut travel times from days to hours. Roads are reaching remote areas, boosting local economies. Flying is vital. From major hubs to remote airstrips, airplanes are our flying buses. Competition keeps fares accessible. More Indonesians explore their own country. Most iconic of all, motorbikes. With Gojek and Grab, you can get a ride, food, packages, even a massage, all from your phone. It's tech meeting tradition. Millions of jobs, massive convenience. That blend is Indonesia's secret sauce. If I had to describe Indonesian culture in one phrase, it would be Bhinneka Tunggal Ika. Our national motto means unity in diversity, our greatest superpower. Over 300 ethnic groups, more than 700 local languages. Each region has unique traditions. Music, dances, clothing, food, all distinct, all Indonesian. A wedding in Sumatra looks nothing like one in Sulawesi. Flores homes differ from Borneo longhouses. Gotong royong, mutual cooperation, brings communities together to solve real needs. We respect our elders. Family is our center. Don't be surprised if a stranger invites you in for coffee. Our arts define us. Batik patterns rich with meaning, mesmerizing gamelan, and wayang kulit puppet theater. These are living traditions, passed down with love. And our food is as diverse and spicy as our people. Sambal in hundreds of forms. Rendang from West Sumatra, nasi goreng any time of day. Food connects us. So there you have it, a peek into my incredible country, Indonesia. From thousands of islands to fiery volcanoes, ancient temples to our pop queen Agnes Mo, we connect online and on the road. Our strength is Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, unity in diversity. A million faces, one warm heart that welcomes everyone. Endless adventure, every island, every person, a new story. Come taste, listen, meet, climb, dive, and get lost in our cities. It's a journey that changes you. You'll leave with photos, memories, and a full heart. What are you waiting for? Start planning. Indonesia is waiting with open arms and a big smile. Until then, keep dreaming, keep exploring, and as I always say, Ashiap. Thank you for joining me on this tour. See you in Indonesia.
Imagine a country brimming with vibrant cultures, ancient rainforests, and futuristic cities. This is Malaysia, located in the very heart of Southeast Asia. It is a place where different worlds meet, creating a unique and unforgettable experience for every visitor. From the bustling streets of its modern capital to the tranquil shores of its sun-drenched islands, Malaysia offers a journey of endless discovery. The air itself seems to hum with a special energy, a blend of ancient traditions and forward-thinking progress. Malaysia is a feast for the senses, a stunning mosaic of sights, sounds, and tastes. Its very name conjures images of spicy street food, colorful festivals, and the warm smiles of its friendly people. The country is a melting pot, where Malay, Chinese, Indian, and numerous indigenous groups live together, each contributing to a rich cultural tapestry. This diversity is not just a footnote in its history, it is the living, breathing essence of the nation. It is visible in the architecture, audible in the languages spoken on the street. Malaysia has one of the most unique geographical layouts in the world. It is a country divided into two main regions by the South China Sea. The first part is Peninsular Malaysia, also known as West Malaysia. This long finger of land extends southward from the Asian mainland. It is connected to Thailand in the north, causeway between Malaysia and Singapore, bridge linking to Singapore at its southern tip. This peninsula is the historical and economic heart of the country, where the majority of the population lives and where the capital city, Kuala Lumpur, is located. The second part is East Malaysia, also known as Malaysian Borneo. This region occupies the northern part of the vast island of Borneo. Borneo is the third largest island in the world. East Malaysia shares the island with Indonesia's Kalimantan region to the south, and the small, independent Sultanate of Brunei, almost enveloped by Sarawak. This part of Malaysia is known for its rugged terrain, dense rainforests, and incredible biodiversity. The country's total land area is approximately 330,803 square kilometers, making it comparable in size to Norway or the U.S. state of New Mexico. Its coastline spans over 4,675 kilometers, dotted with countless islands and beautiful beaches, and important port cities that connect Malaysia to the world. Surrounding Malaysia are key seas and neighbors. To the west, the Strait of Malacca, one of the planet's most important shipping lanes, dividing the peninsula from Sumatra. To the east, the South China Sea borders Vietnam and the Philippines. East Malaysia is flanked by the Sulu Sea to the northeast, and the Celebes Sea to the southeast, renowned for spectacular marine life. Waterfalls hide deep in rainforest folds. Telaga Tujuh, 7 wells. On Langkawi, the rainbow waterfall of Sungai Lembing, and Jelawang, among Southeast Asia's tallest. Offshore, the Strait of Malacca and South China Sea frame maritime life, while the Sulu and Celebes Seas cradle islands like Sipadan and Mabul. World-class reefs alive with coral gardens, sea turtles, reef sharks, and shimmering schools of fish. To manage its population and land effectively, Malaysia divides governance below the state level. The primary subdivision is the district, or daerah, similar to counties elsewhere. Districts serve as local administrative centers, with approximately 159 districts and administrative areas nationwide, including federal territories. Local authorities handle public services and planning, driving local development. Districts are further broken into mukim, sub-districts or parishes. Mukim matter most in rural areas, helping organize smaller communities. There are thousands of mukim across Malaysia, varying widely in size and population. In cities, a mukim can be a town, a bandar, or a neighborhood section. This system brings governance from city centers to remote villages. At the most local level are villages, or kampung, the heart of rural life. Each village is led by a ketua kampung, who supports cohesion, resolves disputes, and liaises upward. In cities, residents' associations play the equivalent role. Over 18,000 gazetted villages anchor a clear framework that delivers healthcare, education, and infrastructure, and gives citizens channels to solve local issues. Malaysia is blessed with soaring mountain ranges, cascading waterfalls, and pristine seas. The Titiwangsa Range, the peninsula's backbone, runs about 480 kilometers from Thailand through central Malaysia, creating a natural divide between east and west coasts. The peninsula's highest peak, Mount Tahan, rises 2,187 meters in Taman Negara. These highlands feed many major rivers. In Sabah stands Mount Kinabalu, Malaysia's highest, towering at 4,095 meters. A UNESCO World Heritage Site famed for extraordinary biodiversity, with thousands of plant species and hundreds of birds and unique mammals. Its granite peak at sunrise is an iconic challenge. The Crocker Range dominates Sabah's skyline. Waterfalls hide deep in rainforest folds. Telaga Tujuh, Seven Wells, on Langkawi, the rainbow waterfall of Sungai Lembing, and Jelawang, among Southeast Asia's tallest. Offshore, the Strait of Malacca and South China Sea frame maritime life, while the Sulu and Celebes seas cradle islands like Sipadan and Mabul, world-class reefs alive with coral gardens, sea turtles, reef sharks, and shimmering schools of fish. A vast portion of Malaysia's land is dedicated to agriculture and forestry, reflecting rich natural resources. About 60% remains forested, much of it ancient tropical rainforest, among the oldest on Earth, vital for biodiversity, climate regulation, and indigenous communities. Protected as national parks, state parks, and forest reserves, Taman Negara, a prime example of pristine rainforest. Agriculture is a cornerstone of the economy and rural life. For centuries, Malaysia has produced key commodities. Palm oil, ubiquitous and vital, spreads across Johor, Pahang, and Sabah. Plantations transformed the land, providing jobs and revenue, yet raising deforestation concerns. Rubber, once a global leader in Malaya, remains an important product. Cocoa, Sarawak pepper, pineapples, durian, rambutan, mangosteen enrich the agricultural tapestry. Rice sustains food security. Kita, the rice bowl, stretches in sweeping fields. Managing agriculture, urbanization, infrastructure, and conservation demands careful planning, as cities expand without sacrificing natural heritage. The most fascinating aspect of Malaysia is its people, over 34 million as of 2025. The largest group is Bumi Putera, ethnic Malays, Orang Asli, and many indigenous peoples. Malays make up about half the population. Malaysian Chinese, around 23%, descend from 19th and early 20th century immigrants, central to commerce and cuisine. Malaysian Indians, about 7%, mostly Tamil-speaking, arrived in colonial times, shaping plantations, services, and culture. Malay is the official language. English is widely spoken. Chinese dialects and Tamil add to the soundscape. A Rojak society, many flavors, one bowl. Migrant workers are vital to construction, manufacturing, and agriculture. Daily life blends tradition and modernity. Mornings in traffic, days in glass towers, evenings in vibrant cafes. Tradition stays strong. Baju Kurung, Baju Melayu, and houses of worship, mosques, temples, and churches, shape rhythms. Food anchors connection. Sudah makan, from nasi lemak breakfasts to pasar malam nights. Family and community, respect, cooperation, shared celebrations, bind societies. Festivals are widely shared. Unity and diversity live daily. In a single day, dive a reef, hike a waterfall, and feast at a night market. Malaysia is a vibrant tapestry of culture, nature, and history. Endlessly fascinating. Malaysia, truly Asia.
Oh, hello there, darling. Let's embark on a little adventure together, shall we? Our destination is a place of such warmth and wonder that it feels as though the sun itself has decided to settle there. I'm talking about Thailand, the land of smiles. Smiles greet you the moment you arrive. Gentle, genuine kindness radiates from everyone. It's a smile that's part of the culture. Welcome, friend. A place that feels like a warm embrace. This nickname reflects the Thai people's spirit, their philosophy of Sanuk, finding joy in everyday life. Sanuk is woven into the fabric of society. It makes interactions light, pleasant, and easy. You see it in marketplaces, you see it in temples, you see it in bustling city traffic. A reminder that there's always time for connection and a shared laugh. Thailand has a shimmering, ethereal magic. It engages all your senses. The air carries jasmine. The air carries sizzling street food aromas. The landscape, emerald green jungles. The landscape, sapphire blue seas. The sounds, chanting monks. The sounds, chirping geckos. The sounds, temple bells tinkle. It's a sensory feast that makes you feel alive. Now let's get our bearings, shall we? Where exactly is this marvelous place? Thailand sits right in the very heart of mainland Southeast Asia, like a beautiful ornate jewel in a continental crown. If you look at a map, you'd see it nestled there, sharing borders with fascinating neighbors to the north. Myanmar, Laos to the east, Cambodia, stretching down the southern peninsula, Malaysia. This central position has made it a crossroads of cultures for centuries, a melting pot of influences shaping its vibrant character. Its shape is rather interesting. Some say it resembles an elephant's head trunk, extending down towards the Malay Peninsula. Elephants are deeply revered in Thai culture. That long, slender shape gives incredible landscape diversity. It's bordered by two different bodies of water. Heavenly coastlines to the west, Andaman Sea. Limestone cliffs and clear waters to the east, Gulf of Thailand. Calm seas and sweeping sandy beaches. A paradise for sea lovers. This strategic location has shaped Thailand's history. It gives the country a special sense of pride and identity, and what a splendid soul it is. Oh, the sheer natural beauty of it all. Thailand's landscape is a masterpiece painted with the most vivid colors imaginable. Let's start in the north, a region of misty mountains and rolling green hills. This is a world away from the sun-drenched beaches of the south. Here, the air is cooler, and the pace of life seems to slow down. Great mountain ranges rise, including the mighty Doi Inthanon, their slopes blanketed in lush ancient forests. It's a walker's paradise. Breathe deep, feel a connection to the earth beneath your feet. These northern highlands are the lifeblood of the nation. Many of Thailand's major rivers begin here. The great Chao Phraya River that flows through Bangkok. The mountains host spectacular waterfalls cascading down mossy rocks into turquoise pools, hidden treasures in the jungle. Imagine rushing water, cool mist on your skin, the scent of damp earth and tropical flowers. A truly magical, restorative experience. A natural spa for the soul. A country is, of course, so much more than its landscapes. It is its people. As of today, in 2025, Thailand is home to around 70 million souls, a vibrant and diverse population that forms the nation's true heartbeat. The majority of the people are ethnically Thai, Chinese, Malay, various hill tribes in the north, each with their own unique customs and traditions. Bangkok, or Krung Thep, is a city of incredible contrasts and boundless energy. Ancient temples with glittering golden roofs, soaring modern skyscrapers, luxurious shopping malls, ornate, colorful tuk-tuks, sleek, air-conditioned sky trains, chaotic and wonderfully serene at the same time. I find its energy absolutely intoxicating. Exploring centuries-old palaces, sipping cocktails at a glamorous rooftop bar overlooking twinkling city lights. Beyond the capital, other cities offer their own charms. Chiang Mai, the cultural heart of the north. A relaxed, laid-back city surrounded by a moat and ancient city walls. Phuket town with charming Sino-Portuguese architecture. Whether in a bustling city or a quiet rural village, community matters profoundly. Family is at the center of everything. One of the first things you'll notice in Thailand, and honestly, one of my absolute favorite customs, is the beautiful way people greet each other. It's called the way. And, it's so much more than just a simple hello. It's a gesture of respect, gratitude, kindness. To perform a way, you press your palms together in a prayer-like fashion and bring them up towards your face, bowing your head just a bit. It's a gesture that comes from the heart, a physical manifestation of the polite and gentle nature of the Thai people. It feels incredibly personal and sincere. The height of your hands and the depth of your bow, well, they depend on the social status of the person you are greeting. For instance, when greeting a monk, when greeting an elder, when greeting friends or people of a similar age, the gesture is more casual, with your hands held around chest level and just a simple nod of the head. It's a subtle and nuanced social language. As a visitor, attempting the why is always deeply appreciated. It shows that you're making an effort to understand and respect the local culture, and it will almost certainly be returned with a warm smile. It's a wonderfully versatile gesture. Oh, the food. We simply must talk about the food. Thai cuisine is a thrilling adventure for the palate. It's a sensational explosion of flavors. It's a perfect harmony of 4 key elements: spicy, sour, sweet, salty. Every dish is a masterful balancing act. From the fiery kick of a red curry to the tangy zest of a tom yum soup. The Thais don't just eat, they celebrate food. The heart and soul of Thai dining can be found on the streets. Street food is an essential part of the culture. Every corner, every alleyway seems to have a vendor expertly preparing something delicious. Pad Thai noodles, bubbling pots of fragrant curry vendors grilling skewers of marinated pork or chicken. The aromas that fill the air are absolutely intoxicating. Grabbing a small plastic stool and enjoying a freshly cooked meal right there on the pavement is one of the most authentic and joyful experiences you can have in Thailand. Food is a social affair in Thailand. It's a feast you'll never forget. The Thai people have a wonderful flair for celebration, and their calendar is filled with vibrant and colorful festivals that are an absolute joy to witness. These events are a fantastic window into the country's spiritual and cultural life, blending ancient traditions with a sense of collective fun, or Sanok. One of the most beautiful and enchanting festivals is Loi Krathong, which usually takes place in November. It is known as the Festival of Lights, a truly magical sight. It's a time to pay respect to the goddess of water and to let go of misfortunes. During Loi Krathong, people gather around rivers, lakes, and canals in the evening to float their krathongs. These are small, beautifully decorated floats traditionally made from banana leaves, folded into the shape of a lotus. They are adorned with flowers, incense sticks, and a candle. As night falls, thousands of these candlelit vessels are released onto the water, flickering across the dark surface. In northern cities like Chiang Mai, Yipeng releases thousands of paper lanterns into the sky, a celestial river of light. It's profoundly moving. Then there's the complete opposite. Songkran, Thailand's New Year in the scorching heat of April. The Thais celebrate with the world's biggest water fight. For 3 days, the country erupts in a splash-filled party where the water symbolizes washing away bad luck to start fresh. To truly understand Thailand, one must understand its deep and abiding reverence for the monarchy. Thailand is a constitutional monarchy. It has a king, who is the head of state, and a prime minister, who is the head of government. However, the role of the monarch goes far beyond ceremony. The king is seen as a unifying figure for the nation, a symbol of stability and the protector of all Thais, regardless of their religion or background. The love and respect for the royal family are palpable everywhere you go, and it is a fundamental pillar of Thai culture. The late King Bhumibol Adulyadej, who reigned for an incredible 70 years, was particularly beloved and is often referred to as the father of the nation. He dedicated his life to the development of the country, initiating thousands of royal projects, agriculture, irrigation, public health that directly improved the lives of millions, especially in rural areas. His image is still displayed with great affection in homes, shops, and public buildings across the kingdom. The current monarch, His Majesty King Maha Vajiralongkorn, has continued this legacy, and the monarchy remains a central and deeply respected institution in the hearts of the Thai people. This separation of roles is a key feature of Thailand's system of governance, providing both continuity and day-to-day leadership. A golden thread of continuity that has woven itself through the nation's history for centuries and continues to define it today. And so, our little journey through the land of smiles comes to a close. But I do hope it is just the beginning for you. We have merely skimmed the surface of this endlessly fascinating country. We've wandered from the misty mountains of the north to the sun-drenched islands of the south. We've tasted the explosive flavors of its street food and witnessed the serene beauty of its ancient customs. We have seen a country that is a dazzling blend of the old and the new. Thailand is a place that stays with you long after you've left. The memories are so vivid. The warmth of that first welcoming smile, the scent of jasmine on the evening air, the taste of a perfectly balanced green curry, the sight of 1,000 lanterns floating towards the moon. It's a country that doesn't just show you its beauty, but makes you feel it. It awakens a sense of wonder and reminds you of the simple joys of connection, of sharing a meal, of experiencing something new and utterly delightful. It's a place that gently nudges you to slow down and appreciate the moment. It is a country of profound kindness, deep-rooted spirituality, and an infectious sense of fun. It is a kingdom of breathtaking landscapes, jungle-clad hills, turquoise seas that seem to stretch on forever. There are still so many stories waiting to be discovered in its ancient temple ruins, so many hidden alleyways to explore in its bustling cities, and so many more friendly faces to meet in its quiet villages. The adventure never really has to end, as there is always something new to learn, another corner to turn, and another delicious dish to try. So I urge you, if you ever have the chance, to go and experience this magical place for yourself. What a marvelous adventure it will be.
Welcome to Singapore, a vibrant island city-state, located right at the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula in Southeast Asia. Often affectionately called the Little Red Dot, this nation punches far above its weight in global importance. It is a place where futuristic skyscrapers share the skyline with lush, green parks, and where diverse cultures come together in a remarkable display of harmony. The name Singapore is derived from the Malay words Singa for lion and Pura for city. Legend tells of a Sumatran prince who saw a majestic creature he believed to be a lion, thus christening the land Singapura, the Lion City. Today, this nickname symbolizes the nation's courage, strength, and forward-looking spirit. From its humble beginnings as a small fishing village, it has transformed into a global powerhouse, renowned for its efficiency, cleanliness, and high standard of living. Order and progress define the urban landscape, a unique gateway to Asia. Meticulously preserved heritage stands beside state-of-the-art structures, a place where tradition is respected even as the future is embraced. Layers of history and modernity at every turn. Singapore's geography is as unique as its culture. The country is an archipelago made up of one main island, and 63 smaller surrounding islets. Many are natural reserves or used for specific industrial purposes. The main island is where the vast majority live and work. Total land area is approximately 734 square kilometers, one of the smallest countries in the world. You could drive east to west in under 2 hours, traffic permitting. Remarkably, Singapore's land area is constantly growing. Through land reclamation, the country has increased its size by over 25% since 1965. By depositing sand and rock into the sea, limited space becomes opportunity. Reclaimed land now hosts icons like Marina Bay Sands and Gardens by the Bay, a symbol of ingenuity and sustainable urban vision. The coastline stretches about 193 kilometers and is still evolving. This extensive shoreline underpins its maritime identity. One of the world's busiest harbors powers global supply chains. Beyond shipping, the waters invite sailing, kayaking, and scenic promenades. Separated from Malaysia by the Johor Strait and from Indonesia by the Singapore Strait, its location is strategic. From British trading post to global financial center, the sea shaped its destiny. Small island, massive impact on the world stage. One surprising fact, Singapore's terrain is relatively flat. The island nation has no mountains. A gently undulating central plateau holds main water catchments and nature reserves. The highest natural point is Bukit Timah Hill at 163.63 meters. Heart of a precious primary rainforest. A popular hike for locals and visitors alike. Rivers and streams crisscross the island, many integrated into urban water management. The Singapore River, once the lifeblood of trade, now a clean, lively waterfront. Lined with restaurants, bars, and restored shophouses, it tells the city's past and present. The Kallang River, Singapore's longest, flows from the central catchment, now a hub for parks, water sports, and cycling. The active, beautiful, Clean Waters program naturalizes canals into vibrant streams. Modest features, meticulously maintained. McRitchie, Pierce, and Salida reservoirs form a vital green lung for the city. They store water and offer boardwalks, hiking trails, and kayaking. Nature thrives at the city's doorstep. In a dense city, these pockets provide crucial escape from the hustle. A masterful balance of development and conservation on a small, flat, wonderfully green island. The landscape is gentle, yet endlessly inviting. Singapore's society is a vibrant mosaic of cultures, ethnicities, and religions living together in harmony. Multiculturalism is a cornerstone of national identity. Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Eurasian traditions are celebrated and protected. Public holidays honor major festivals across communities. Language diversity shines with 4 official languages. English bridges business, government, and education. Malay is the national language. Mandarin and Tamil reflect heritage. Most Singaporeans are bilingual. A unique blend known as Singlish colors daily life. Nowhere is fusion more delicious than in food. Singapore is a food lover's paradise. Hawker centers offer an affordable, mouth-watering array of dishes. Iconic tastes tell stories of Chinese, Malay, Indian, and Peranakan influences, flavors uniquely Singaporean. Beyond hawkers, Michelin dining, charming cafes, and heritage bakeries, festivals bring special culinary traditions. Sharing a meal is a celebration of community and diversity, a daily reminder of the rich cultural harmony that defines the nation. For first-time visitors, it feels both comfortably familiar and thrillingly exotic. Singapore is consistently ranked among the safest cities in the world, with strict laws, effective law enforcement, and strong social responsibility. People walk by day and night with confidence. Trust is a visible part of daily life. The Singapore police force is visible, well-trained, and efficient. Tough penalties deter serious offenses and disorder. Even small rules like gum sales support public cleanliness. Surveillance deters crime and aids investigations, widely accepted for safety. Social cohesion underpins security. Collective commitment keeps the city safe and thriving. Getting around is easy thanks to an efficient, clean, and comprehensive public transport system. The MRT crisscrosses the island, fast, affordable, air-conditioned. Stations sit near major sites, homes, and offices. The network keeps expanding for better connectivity. An extensive bus system reaches every corner. Tap in, tap out makes travel seamless. Smooth transfers deliver hassle-free journeys. Expressways and the ERP system keep roads flowing in a car-light city. Singapore is a parliamentary republic, a structure inherited from its British colonial past. Government comprises the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. Parliament makes laws. Members are elected at least every 5 years. One-party dominance has provided stability and long-range planning. The executive is headed by the Prime Minister. As of now, Lawrence Wong, who took office in 2024. The cabinet runs ministries and executes policy, accountable to Parliament. The President is head of state with key custodial powers over reserves and appointments. Governance is pragmatic and technocratic, lauded for efficiency and low corruption. It has built a strong economy, quality public housing, and invested in education and healthcare. Few cities host primary rainforest. Singapore does, as does Rio de Janeiro. A staggering diversity flourishes in its reserves. Singapore changed time zones 6 times, synchronizing with Malaysia in 1982 to GMT+8. The sun rises and sets later than places on similar longitude. Chope culture, reserving seats with small items, is an unwritten, respected rule. Rare nights reveal glowing waters. Dinoflagellates sparkling blue when stirred. In conclusion, Singapore is a tiny red dot with a giant mark on the world, where futuristic ambition and rich heritage coexist. An island that keeps growing and innovating. Efficient, safe, and green by design. A high quality of life for all.
To know the Philippines is to understand its heart, which beats with a warmth as constant as its tropical sun. Situated in the western Pacific Ocean, it is a sprawling collection of islands, a historical gateway to Asia, and a crossroads of trade, culture, and power. A place where East meets West. A fascinating dance of history and culture. Not merely a location on a map, but a vibrant tapestry woven from countless stories, traditions, and the resilient spirit of its people. Often the first landmass west from the vast Pacific, it has welcomed travelers for centuries. Its strategic position shaped a multifaceted identity it proudly wears today. The soul of the Philippines is not found in its geography alone, but in its people. Filipinos are renowned for unparalleled hospitality, welcoming strangers like long-lost family, a ready smile, and an eagerness to help. It's a trait that has charmed visitors for generations, turning tourists into lifelong friends. This warmth is authentic, a collective spirit valuing connection, community, and the joy of sharing stories. The experience of the Philippines feels profoundly personal and deeply memorable. The name Philippines recalls its Spanish colonial past, named for King Philip II. Yet the nation's identity extends far beyond, a land of over 100 ethnic groups, each with distinct languages, customs, and traditions. Ancient rituals thrive alongside modern sensibilities. A journey across the islands is a cultural exploration through layered histories and heritage. Today, the Philippines balances rapid development with preserving its cultural and natural treasures. Having weathered countless storms, literal and metaphorical, it remains a beacon of warmth and hope. An archipelago not just of land masses, but of over 100 million smiles. Every island has a story, every person a song, and every visitor carries its spirit home, promising to return. This is the Philippines, welcoming shores, timeless sun, and a warmth that lingers long after you leave. The geography of the Philippines is a masterpiece of nature's design. An archipelago of 7,141 islands, with new islets still being mapped. Broadly grouped into Luzon to the north, the Visayas in the center, and Mindanao in the south. Luzon's towering cordilleras, Visayas' pristine beaches, and Mindanao's fertile plains and volcanic peaks define distinct landscapes. Embraced by the Philippine Sea, South China Sea, and Celebes Sea, waters within the Coral Triangle, the global center of marine biodiversity, vibrant reefs and gentle giants like whale sharks. Mighty rivers carve the land and sustain communities, from Cagayan in Luzon to the Rio Grande in Mindanao. Mountains, many volcanic, rise along the Pacific Ring of Fire. Mount Apo, the highest peak, and Mount Mayon, famed for its perfect cone and volatile beauty. These ranges feed great rivers and shelter unique flora and fauna. They are sacred to ancient cultures, silent sentinels of history. Beyond famed peaks and beaches, countless wonders await. The iconic Chocolate Hills, a surreal sea of green mounds. The Banawe rice terraces, ancient engineering carved by hand over 2 millennia. Palawan's subterranean river, a UNESCO journey into the earth. These treasures inspire pride and the duty of careful preservation. Mountains, rivers, and seas, a living mosaic that shapes life and imagination across the archipelago. The Filipino dining table is the heart of the home, where families gather, stories are shared, and life is celebrated. Food is a cultural pillar, an expression of love, hospitality, and community. Salty, sour, sweet, and savory, harmoniously balanced in one spread. Rice anchors every meal, from breakfast to dinner, and roots cuisine in agricultural heritage. Filipino cuisine blends indigenous flavors with Spanish, Chinese, and American influences. Stews, lechon, and festive rice dishes enrich the feast. Pancit, soy, and tofu, staples of everyday comfort. Practical convenience and fast food favorites found a home, yet the soul remains distinctly Filipino. Among national dishes, adobo reigns, meat stewed in soy, vinegar, garlic, and peppercorns. Every region and every family makes it their own. Sinigang, a sour, savory hug, cools the tropical day and tastes like home. From Bicol's spice and coconut to Pampanga's sizzling sisig, each region boasts beloved signatures. Street food thrives, bold, affordable, and joyfully shared. Pandesal mornings, merienda afternoons, and dinners together, rituals that nourish bonds. To explore Filipino food is to travel through history, geography, and culture, one bite at a time. In every flavor, a story. In every meal, a memory that welcomes you back. Daily life is rooted in community and family, the Filipino concept of kapwa, a shared self. Extended families often live together or nearby, a powerful support system. Respect is lived in gestures and in care across generations. From bustling cities to tranquil provinces, routine and relationships set the pace. Nearly every town has a fiesta, parades, costumes, music, and dance. Signature festivals draw millions, exuberant expressions of faith, identity, and joy. Hospitality becomes boundless. Strangers are invited to share the feast. Bayanihan, once seen in neighbors literally moving a house together. Today, it lives on in community projects and mutual aid. Filipinos balance work, family, and leisure with intention. Evenings are for coming home, sharing meals and stories. Traditions endure in small routines, a social fabric kept strong by care, celebration, and togetherness. Getting around is an adventure. The DPWH-managed national roads form the backbone of land travel. The Pan-Philippine, or Maharlika Highway, links Luzon to Mindanao via roads, bridges, and ro-ro ferries. City arteries are smooth. Provincial routes range from paved to rugged. Commutes weave a chaotic yet functional ballet, crowned by the iconic jeepney. Upcycled from Dawi Tuyu jeeps, jeepneys ply fixed routes. Tricycles offer door-to-door rides. Ferries, from big vessels to bangkas, knit islands together. Ro-ro transformed mobility and trade. Bus rides reveal terraces and coasts, punctuated by meals at carinderias. Despite congestion and uneven roads, patience and shared experience define the trip. Media informs, entertains, and hosts public discourse. TV long-reigned, evening news in Filipino and English, followed by primetime teleserias. A social media capital, platforms connect families, including millions overseas. Digital tools democratize voices, but fuel battles with disinformation. News adapts with digital subscriptions and real-time feeds. Independents diversify perspectives. Streaming empowers local storytellers. Content goes viral on social buzz. A democratic republic with a presidential system influenced by the United States. Executive led by the president, the bicameral Congress, and the Supreme Court with lower courts. Policies support millions working abroad. Remittances sustain households and the economy. Major projects aim to spur growth, decongest cities, and connect regions. 4Ps and universal healthcare seek improved welfare and access to services. Governance provides the scaffolding within which society strives and evolves. Philippine pop culture dazzles, beloved stars, infectious music, and stories that mirror the nation's heart. Legends like Sharon Cuneta and Vilma Santos anchor decades of cinema and song. P-pop's global stride stands beside OPM's timeless anthems, voices that carry pride to the world. Love teams spark collective swoons and water cooler talk across generations. Social creators redefine fame, authentic, funny, and proudly Filipino. What makes the Philippines special transcends beaches, food, and festivals. It is an enduring spirit, resilient, joyful, profoundly humane. A smile found even in hardship, tempered by centuries of challenges. Ancient traditions coexist with modern trends. Catholic faith interweaves with folklore. Asian roots blend with Spanish and American influences. Pakikipagkapwa, seeing oneself in others, cultivates belonging at home and abroad. Complex and layered, it defies easy labels and offers new stories to every seeker. Its heartbeat is in music, in laughter, and in the warmth of its people. More than islands, it is a home, a sanctuary, a constant source of wonder. Visitors leave with heavy hearts and promises to return. The Philippines is special because it does not just show its beauty, it shares its soul.
Welcome to the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. This is a long and beautiful country located in Southeast Asia. It sits on the eastern edge of the Indo-Chinese Peninsula. Imagine looking at a map of the world. Find Asia. Then look for the part that sticks out into the ocean below China. Vietnam is the S-shaped country that gracefully follows the coastline. It is a place where old ways meet new energy. Vietnam shares its borders with several other nations. To the north, it has a long border with China, a neighbor that has shaped its history for hundreds of years. To the west, Vietnam is bordered by Laos and Cambodia. To the east and south, Vietnam has a very long coastline. Vietnam's geography is truly amazing and super varied. The country is often described as a bamboo-carrying pole with 2 baskets of rice at each end. The bamboo pole is the thin central part of the country, which is mostly the Annamite range of mountains. The 2 baskets of rice are the rich river delta in the north and the rich river delta in the south. This simple picture perfectly shows what Vietnam's landscape is like. Mountains cover about 3/4 of the country's area. In the north, you will find the Red River. In the south, the mighty Mekong River flows from the Tibetan Plateau through several countries before reaching Vietnam. The country's coastline is another key feature, stretching for an impressive 3,444 kilometers. The most famous of these is Ha Long Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Vietnam is a country with many people and a lively young energy. As of 2025, the population is thought to be around 100 million people, making it one of the most populated countries in the world. A big part of Vietnam's population is how young it is. Most of the people, about 85%, belong to the Viet ethnic group also known as the Kin people. The Kin have historically lived in the rich lowlands, especially the Red River Delta, the Mekong Delta. Besides the Kin majority, Vietnam is a country with many different ethnic groups, with 53 other officially recognized ethnic minority groups. Each group has its own special language way of dressing, religious beliefs and customs. Traveling through the mountains of Sapa or the Central Highlands offers a chance to meet these communities and learn about their rich cultural heritage. This move to cities is quickly changing the face of the country, creating huge cities that are lively centers of business culture and new ideas for the nation. Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam, is the political and cultural heart of the nation. Located in the north within the Red River Delta, it is a city of lakes, tree-lined streets and old buildings from when it was a colony. Each street in the old quarter used to be for a specific craft: silk, silver, bamboo. The city is also home to important places like the Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum and the Temple of Literature. In the south, Ho Chi Minh City is the country's largest city, and its main economic engine. The energy here is clear, with rivers of motorbikes flowing through streets lined with tall buildings, modern shopping malls and international restaurants. You can visit historical landmarks like the Reunification Palace, the War Remnants Museum, and the beautiful Notre Dame Cathedral, a reminder of the French colonial time. Da Nang, located in central Vietnam, is a city that is growing fast. It is known for its sandy beaches, modern buildings, and its friendly, relaxed feeling. The city itself is famous for its amazing Dragon Bridge, which actually breathes fire and water on weekend nights. Hue, the old imperial capital, is a city of history and elegance. It was home to the Nguyen dynasty emperors, and their legacy can be seen in the magnificent imperial city, a huge complex of palaces, temples and walls. The official name of the country is the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. This name really shows its political system. Vietnam is a one-party state. Only one political party can legally hold power. That party is the Communist Party of Vietnam. The National Assembly is the country's law-making body. Its members are chosen by the people. The country was united under this system in 1976. This happened after the end of the Vietnam War. When the North won, the country was reunited under the Communist Party. This reunification marked the start of the modern Socialist Republic of Vietnam. Since the late 1980s, Vietnam has pursued Doi Moi renovation. Doi Moi brought market-based reforms. It opened Vietnam to foreign investment and trade. Vietnam is now one of the fastest-growing economies in the world. Vietnam's history is, honestly, a long and exciting story of struggle, bouncing back, and the endless search for independence. For over 1,000 years, 111 BC to 938 AD, Vietnam was ruled by Chinese families. Big effects on Vietnamese life, culture, government, ways of thinking. In 938 AD, Ngo Quyen defeated the Chinese and founded an independent state. For centuries, Vietnam was ruled by Vietnamese families. Lý Dynasty, Tran Dynasty, Lý Dynasty. A golden age, art books, buildings. 19th century, France arrives. By the late 1880s, France controlled Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, creating French Indochina. Ho Chi Minh declared independence in 1945, leading to war with France. This split led to the Vietnam War, involving the United States. The war lasted for 2 decades and caused huge suffering and damage. In 1975, the war ended, and in 1976, the country was officially reunited as the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. Vietnam's economy is, well, one of the great success stories of Asia. For many years after the war, the country was one of the poorest in the world. Since the government started its Doi Moi economic changes in 1986, the country has grown incredibly. Factories and manufacturing drive growth. International companies set up factories to make electronics, clothes, shoes. Your smartphone, running shoes, or t-shirt might be made in Vietnam. Farming remains important. Vietnam is a top seller of coffee, rice, cashews.
Tourism is growing fast, rich culture attracts visitors, delicious street food draws crowds, amazing natural places wow travelers, and friendly people welcome them. In the north, Hanoi, Ha Long Bay; in central Vietnam, Hue, Hoi An, Da Nang beaches; Phu Quoc's white sand beaches and clear waters. Vietnamese culture is a rich mix made from its long history and many different influences. At its heart is a deep respect for family and community. Many homes have a small altar where families show respect to their ancestors with food, incense, and prayers. This practice shows the belief that the spirits of the ancestors keep watching over and guiding the living. Vietnamese food is famous around the world for being fresh, healthy, and full of flavor. It's all about balancing the 5 main tastes: sweet, salty, sour, bitter, spicy. The most famous Vietnamese dish is probably pho, a tasty noodle soup with beef or chicken. Other popular dishes include banh mi, a Vietnamese-style sandwich in a crispy baguette, and goi quan, fresh spring rolls filled with shrimp, pork, herbs, and rice noodles. Vietnam celebrates many colorful festivals and holidays throughout the year. The most important holiday is Tet Nguyen Dan, or Tet for short. Another big festival is the Mid-Autumn Festival, which is especially for children. During this festival, children carry brightly lit lanterns and eat mooncakes. Religious beliefs in Vietnam are varied. While the government officially doesn't follow any religion, many people practice a mix of beliefs. In conclusion, Vietnam is a country of amazing differences and charming beauty. It is a nation that has been shaped by a long and often hard history, yet it has come out with a strong spirit of bouncing back and hope. Vietnam is a place where the past and the future exist together in a lively and interesting way. The country's identity is deeply rooted in its traditions, its strong family values, and its deep connection to the land. The geography of Vietnam is a source of immense beauty and variety. Its famous S-shape holds a world of different landscapes. The nation's 54 ethnic groups each add their own special customs, languages, and colors to the country's rich cultural mix. The incredible energy of modern Vietnam is impossible to ignore. Its booming economy is changing cities and creating new chances for its young and ambitious people. This economic energy is matched by a lively culture. A trip through Vietnam is a treat for your senses, from the delicious taste of a street-side bowl of pho to the bright colors of a local market. Ultimately, Vietnam is a country that leaves a lasting impression on everyone who visits. It is a land of amazing strength, having overcome war and hardship to build a peaceful and rich future. It is a land of breathtaking natural beauty, with landscapes that can inspire awe and wonder. And most importantly, it is a land of warm, friendly, and hardworking people who are proud of their history and excited about what's next. For anyone looking to discover a country with a rich history, a lively culture, and an inspiring story of starting fresh, Vietnam offers an unforgettable adventure. Nestled in the very core of Southeast Asia lies a nation of quiet beauty and remarkable resilience. This is Laos, a country often overlooked by the world, yet possessing a charm all its own. Officially known as the Lao People's Democratic Republic, it is a place where ancient traditions coexist with the slow march of modernity. Unlike its neighbors, Laos has no coastline. It is completely surrounded by land. This landlocked position has shaped its history, culture, and character. It has fostered self-reliance and preserved a way of life wonderfully untouched by time. China, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Myanmar. This position at the crossroads of Indochina has made Laos a meeting point of cultures. The story of Laos is survival and endurance. For centuries it was the kingdom of Lan Xang, the land of 1,000,000 elephants. Majestic elephants symbolized royal strength. Today Laos continues its quiet, proud journey into the 21st century. Its official name was adopted in 1975, a modern turning point. For travelers, Laos evokes saffron-robed monks, misty mountains, tranquil rivers. It invites you to slow down and breathe. The journey into understanding this fascinating country begins with its geography. It is a nation defined not by what it lacks, but by the abundance it possesses, natural splendor and cultural wealth. The landscape of Laos is dominated by two powerful natural features: rugged mountains and winding rivers. It is a country sculpted by nature's hand over millennia. More than 70% of its land is covered in mountains and high plateaus, creating a dramatic and often inaccessible terrain. These verdant ranges, part of the Annamite Cordillera, run like a great spine down the eastern part of the country, separating it from Vietnam. Communities have often developed in isolation, fostering a rich diversity of cultures and dialects. The highest peak, Phu Bia stands at a formidable 2,819 meters, its summit often shrouded in cool mist. The rivers are the lifeblood of Laos, the arteries that carry water, commerce, and culture. Foremost among them is the magnificent Mekong River. The Mekong flows through Laos for an astonishing 1,898 kilometers, defining its western border with Thailand and Myanmar. It is not just a body of water, it is a way of life. For countless communities, the river provides everything: fish for food, water for crops, a natural highway for transportation. Its gentle currents have carried traders, monks, and armies for centuries. Other significant rivers, such as the Nam U, Nam Ngum, Tha, branch off from the Mekong, weaving a complex network of waterways that nourishes the entire country. This combination creates a landscape of breathtaking beauty, but also immense challenges. Steep forested slopes make large-scale agriculture difficult, forcing farmers to carve terraces into the hillsides. Travel can be slow and arduous, with winding mountain roads that become treacherous during the rainy season. Yet this geography has also protected Laos from overdevelopment, preserving pristine forests and diverse wildlife. The country is home to vital ecosystems, harboring rare species like the Asian elephant, tiger, and the elusive saola, discovered in the 1990s. Borders are defined by these natural features. The Mekong forms a long natural boundary with Thailand, a porous frontier where cultures and economies have mingled for generations. In the east, the Annamite Mountains form a formidable wall between Laos and Vietnam, a barrier that shaped political and military history. This interplay of mountains, rivers, and borders has forged a nation both connected to its neighbors and distinctly separate. The geography is an active participant, shaping the daily routines, the economy, and the very soul of the Lao people. The climate of Laos is governed by the great annual rhythm of the monsoon. There are two distinct seasons that dictate the pace of life for everyone, from the farmer in the rice paddy to the shopkeeper in the city. The first is the rainy season, which typically begins in May and lasts until October. During these months, moisture-laden winds from the southwest sweep across the country, bringing heavy downpours and high humidity. The landscape transforms, turning a brilliant, vibrant green. Rivers swell, sometimes overflowing their banks, and the rice fields become vast, shimmering pools of water. This is a time of intense agricultural activity, as farmers work tirelessly to plant the year's rice crop. Following the rains comes the dry season. From November to February, the weather is cool and dry. The humidity drops, and the temperatures are pleasant, making this the most popular time for festivals and for visitors to explore the country. This is a period of harvest, a time for communities to come together and celebrate the fruits of their labor. It is a season of relative ease after the hard work of planting and the challenges of the monsoon rains. Life slows down, and there is a palpable sense of contentment in the air. The second part of the dry season, from March to April, is the hottest time of the year. The temperatures soar, and the landscape becomes parched and dusty. The rivers recede, revealing sandbanks, and the lush greenery fades to shades of brown and yellow. It is during this hot, dry period that Laos celebrates its most important festival, Pai Mai, the Lao New Year. This festival is famous for its enthusiastic water throwing, a joyful and symbolic act of washing away the old year's misfortunes and welcoming the cooling relief of the coming monsoon. This climate cycle has a profound effect on the daily lives of the Lao people. It determines when crops are planted and harvested, when roads might be impassable, and when it is best to build or repair a home. The rhythm of the monsoon is deeply embedded in the culture. People have learned to live in harmony with this powerful natural force, adapting their work, their celebrations, and their entire way of life to its predictable yet powerful pattern. The monsoon is more than just weather. It is the clock by which the entire nation of Laos operates, a timeless cycle of rain and sun, of growth and harvest. To understand how Laos is organized, think of it as a pyramid of communities starting from the smallest village and building up to the national level. The entire country is divided into 17 provinces, known as Khowang, plus one prefecture which contains the capital city, Vientiane. Each province is like a large state, with its own governor and administrative center. These provinces vary greatly in size, population, and geography, mountainous northern regions like Phongsali, to the flat, fertile plains of Savannakhet in the south. This structure helps the central government manage a country with diverse landscapes and scattered populations. Within each province, the next level of administration is the district, or muang. There are approximately 148 districts across the country. A district is essentially a collection of towns and villages. It serves as a more local center for government services, education, and healthcare. The district office is an important hub for the people living in the surrounding area. A place to register births, get official documents, and connect with the wider provincial and national administration. Below the districts are the sub-districts, or taseng, and finally, the most fundamental unit of Lao society, the village, known as Ban. There are over 8,500 villages scattered across the country, and for most of the population, the village is the center of their world. Each village has a chief who is elected by the residents and acts as the community leader and liaison with higher levels of government. The village is where life truly happens. It is where families are raised, where festivals are celebrated, and where community decisions are made. The strength and cohesion of the village unit is the bedrock upon which the entire nation is built. This hierarchical administrative structure, from village to province, provides a framework for governing the nation. It ensures that even the most remote communities in the rugged highlands are connected to the central government in Vientiane. For the average person, however, their identity is most strongly tied to their Baan. They are a resident of their village first, their district second, and their province third. This deep sense of local belonging is a defining characteristic of Lao society, creating a nation that is a tapestry of thousands of small, interconnected, and resilient communities. Agriculture is the backbone of the Lao economy and honestly the very heart of its culture. For the vast majority of the population, life revolves around cultivating the land. It's a way of life passed down through generations. A deep, intimate connection between people and the soil that sustains them. The most important crop by far is rice. Rice is more than a food staple. It's central to national identity. The Lao call themselves Luk Kao Niao, children of sticky rice. Sticky rice is eaten at almost every meal, rolled into small balls with the fingers, used to scoop up other dishes. The agricultural calendar is dictated by the monsoon seasons, planting, growing, harvesting. The work is labor-intensive, with entire families and communities participating. When the first rains arrive in May and June, fields are plowed for planting, often plowed with water buffalo. Young rice seedlings are transplanted by hand into flooded paddies. Neighbors help one another. Communal effort. The sight of people bent over in shimmering water planting seedlings is iconic. While sticky rice dominates, Lao farmers grow many other plants: chilies, aubergines, leafy greens, mangoes, papayas, bananas. In cooler, higher elevations, different crops thrive. Coffee plantations, especially on the Bolavan Plateau. Other cash crops: maize, tobacco, cotton, sugarcane. These crops provide vital income for families. Agriculture shapes social and spiritual life beyond the economy. Rituals asking spirits for a good harvest. Celebrations giving thanks for the land's bounty. This shared experience unites the Lao people in the rhythm of the rice fields. Laos is home to a wonderfully diverse population, a rich tapestry of different ethnic groups, each with its own unique language, customs, and traditions. The most recent estimates place the population at around 7.5 million people. This is actually a relatively small number for a country of its size, making Laos one of the least densely populated nations in Asia. The population is also very young, with a large proportion of people under the age of 25, which promises a dynamic future for the nation. The population is not evenly distributed across the country. The majority of people live in the fertile lowlands along the Mekong River and its main tributaries. This is where the largest cities are found, including the capital, Vientiane, Luang Prabang, Savannakhet, and Pakse. However, Laos remains a predominantly rural country. A large percentage of the population lives in small villages scattered throughout the countryside, their lives closely tied to agriculture and the natural environment. The government officially recognizes 50 ethnic groups, though anthropological studies suggest the number could be much higher. These groups are broadly classified into three main categories based on the altitude at which they traditionally live. The Lao Lum, or lowland Lao, make up the majority of the population. They primarily inhabit the river valleys and lowlands, and are the dominant group in politics and culture. Their language, Lao, is the official language of the country, and their traditions, which are closely linked to Theravada Buddhism, are the most widely visible. The Lao Theung, or Midland Lao, live on the slopes of the mountains, typically at elevations between 300 and 900 meters. They practice slash-and-burn agriculture and have their own distinct animist beliefs and languages. The Lao Song, or Highland Lao, inhabit the highest mountain regions, above 900 meters. This group includes peoples like the Hmong and the Yao, who migrated into Laos over the last few centuries. They maintain strong, independent cultural traditions and are known for their resilience and their intricate textile arts. This mosaic of peoples makes Laos a fascinating and complex nation. The usual Lao house is really pretty and works well. It's built just right for the weather and the area. In the countryside, most homes are wooden houses built up high on stilts. This style helps in a few big ways. First, flood protection during heavy monsoon rains. Second, better airflow keeps the house cooler. The space under the house is super useful. A shady spot for working, a place for fixing tools, a spot for weaving on a loom, a safe place to keep chickens at night, a safe place to keep buffalo at night. Building these houses often involves the whole community. Neighbors and family come together to help build. They give time and materials, main frames made from strong hardwood, walls and floors from woven bamboo or wood planks, roofs of grass, thatch, palm leaves, or increasingly metal roofs because they last longer. Inside is simple. One big open main room for living, eating, and sleeping. A separate smaller cooking area. A wide porch or balcony is key. It's where people meet guests and relax in the evening. Everyday life is centered on community. Privacy is different. Doors often left open. Neighbors walk in to chat or share a meal. Kids are raised by everyone and move freely between houses. This spirit of working together keeps people fed and safe. People depend on each other, helping with the rice harvest, taking care of sick people, celebrating weddings and funerals. This strong social connection creates belonging and safety. Old customs and good manners guide daily life. Showing respect to elders is most important. Greeting elders with the no pi, hands pressed together like a prayer. People avoid open fights or bad-mouthing others. Life moves slower, more relaxed. Bo Pen Yang, don't worry, it's nothing. This calm way of life is one of Laos's charms. Community, respect, being happy. It shows a society valuing togetherness over individual success. The modern political history of Laos has been shaped by a series of leaders who have guided the nation through periods of monarchy, conflict, and socialist revolution. Before 1975, Laos was a constitutional monarchy. One key figure was Prince Suvarnabhumi, who served multiple terms as prime minister between 1951 and 1975, trying to maintain Lao neutrality during the Cold War. In December 1975, the monarchy was abolished. The Lao People's Democratic Republic was established. A new era began under the Lao People's Revolutionary Party. The first and most influential leader was Khaisone Phomvihan. He served as prime minister from 1975 to 1991, then as president until his death in 1992. He oversaw a collectivization of agriculture and established a one-party system. His leadership shaped Laos for nearly 2 decades. After Khaisone, Laos began gradual economic reform. His successor, Khamtai Siphandone, served as prime minister from 1991 to 1998, introducing the new economic mechanism that opened Laos to foreign investment and private enterprise. Leadership passed to a new generation. Prime Minister Boussoun Bouphavan, 2006-2010. Prime Minister Thongsin Thamavong, 2010-2016. They focused on economic development, poverty reduction, and strengthening ties with neighboring countries. In recent years, leadership continued this trajectory. Thongloun Sisoulith was prime minister from 2016 to 2021, then became president. His tenure focused on tackling corruption and improving governance. He was succeeded by Phankham Viphavan, 2021-2023. Most recently, Sonexay Siphandone took office in December 2022. Sonexay is the son of former leader Khamtai Siphandone. This shows continuity of leadership within the party. These leaders have steered Laos on a cautious path of development, balancing economic growth, political stability, and social order. Laos is a country of quiet wonders, a nation that reveals its treasures slowly to those who take the time to look. Its uniqueness does not come from grand monuments, but from something far more subtle and profound. It is found in the genuine warmth of its people, in the serene beauty of its landscapes, in a culture that values harmony and simplicity. Being the only landlocked country in Southeast Asia has not been a weakness but a source of distinct character, allowing it to preserve a way of life that has been lost in much of the world. Soaring mountains and life-giving rivers created not only a visually stunning country, but also a rich mosaic of cultures. Lowland Lao and the fertile river plains, Hmong in the misty highlands, dozens of ethnic groups with their textiles, markets, and dances. The rhythm of the monsoon and the cycle of the rice harvest continue to dictate the pace of life. The spirit of community, embodied in the stilt houses of the Baan and the shared labor in the fields, is perhaps the most enduring quality of Laos. The gentle philosophy of Bo Pen Yang, accepting things as they are with a calm heart. This is not a sign of apathy but of profound wisdom that peace of mind and strong relationships are more valuable than material wealth or frantic activity. In conclusion, Laos is a nation that defies easy categorization. It is a socialist state embracing market economics, an ancient culture navigating the pressures of modernity, and a quiet haven of natural beauty. It is the land of a million elephants, the land of sticky rice, and the land of a gentle and resilient people. Its true magic lies in the small moments, the sight of monks collecting alms at dawn, the taste of freshly steamed sticky rice, the sound of laughter echoing from beneath a stilt house. It is a country that doesn't shout for attention but whispers, inviting you to listen closely to its remarkable story. Welcome to Myanmar County, a unique and often overlooked corner of the American Midwest. This fictional county, created for illustrative purposes, imagined to be nestled in the rolling hills of southeastern Ohio. It's a place where small-town charm meets a rich, albeit imagined, tapestry of history and community spirit. This essay will serve as your guide, offering a simple and clear exploration of this special region. We'll journey through its geography, meet its people, understand its government, and learn how to navigate it safely. Myanmar County isn't a real place on any map, but by exploring it, we can learn a lot about how local counties in America function, from their scenic parks to their town hall meetings. It's a journey into the heart of local life. Imagine a place where the pace of life slows down, where winding country roads lead you through dense forests and past historic farmsteads. This is the essence of Myanmar County. It's a fictional construct designed to help explain the structure of a typical rural American county. Think of it as a case study, a representative example of the thousands of counties that form the backbone of the United States. Our exploration will be straightforward and easy to follow: geography, society, and governance. We'll provide simple facts, clear descriptions, and helpful details that bring this imaginary place to life, making complex ideas about civic structure accessible and engaging for all readers. Our journey begins with the basics: location. We're placing Myanmar County squarely in the Appalachian foothills of Ohio, a region known for its rugged beauty and resilient communities. This setting provides a rich backdrop for our story. Myanmar County's geography is defined by its position in the unglaciated Allegheny Plateau, which is part of the larger Appalachian mountain system. This means the landscape is characterized by rolling hills, steep valleys, dense hardwood forests, rather than flat farmland. To the north, the county shares a border with the fictional Hocking Hills County, dramatic gorges, waterfalls. To the east lies the Ohio River, forming a natural and historically significant boundary with the state of West Virginia. The southern border is shared with Athens County, while the western edge meets with the fictional Vinton Ridge County. The county's most prominent physical features are the Kayan Pyu Mountains, a fictional range of large, rounded hills that run diagonally across the region from the northeast to the southwest. These mountains aren't towering peaks like the Rockies, but they're significant enough to influence weather patterns and transportation routes. The highest point in the county is Mount Bagan, reaching an elevation of about 1,400 feet. The Kayan Pyu Range is the source of several important creeks and streams that crisscross the county, feeding into the main waterway, the Irrawaddy River. This fictional river flows south through the center of the county, eventually emptying into the much larger Ohio River. Water is a defining element of Myanmar County's landscape. The Irrawaddy River has historically been the lifeblood of the region, providing a transportation route for timber and coal in the 19th and early 20th centuries. Today it's primarily used for recreation like kayaking, canoeing, and fishing. The abundance of waterways also means the county is dotted with covered bridges, remnants of a bygone era that now serve as picturesque landmarks. Myanmar County can be divided into 3 distinct regions each, with its own character and primary town. The northern region is rugged and forested, dominated by the Kayan Pyu Mountains. It's sparsely populated with small, isolated communities tucked into hollows. The main town is Pindaya, a historic former mining settlement turned gateway for hikers' trails into the state forest, and fall foliage draws tourists. Pindaya's small main street has a general store, a post office and several bed and breakfasts. The central region is the heart of the county with wider valleys and more open land. It's the commercial and administrative hub centered on Amarapura. Amarapura sits on a bend in the Irrawaddy River, home to the county courthouse with its clock tower, the main hospital, the high school and most county businesses. Its historic downtown has well-preserved brick buildings housing antique shops. The southern region is mainly agricultural, with gentler slopes and broad floodplains along the Irrawaddy and Ohio rivers. Most of the county's farms are here fields of corn. The main town is Merauke, near the river confluence, known for its agricultural identity and the annual county fair. Livestock shows. The regions are linked by state highways and county roads. State Route 13 runs north-south through the county. The county offers 3 distinct experiences. The population of Myanmar County is approximately 25,000 residents, making it a distinctly rural community. The population density is low, with people spread out across the county's small towns and countryside. The largest town, Amarapura, has around 8,000 inhabitants. Pindaya has around 2,000 inhabitants. Merauke has around 2,000 inhabitants. The remaining residents live in unincorporated areas or on farms scattered throughout the valleys and hills. This dispersal creates a strong sense of independence among the populace, but also fosters tight-knit communities where neighbors rely on one another, especially in the more isolated parts of the county. Demographically, Myanmar County is fairly homogeneous. The population is predominantly of European descent, often tracing their ancestry back to early settlers from Germany, Ireland and Scotland. There is a small but growing Hispanic community, primarily working in the agricultural sector in the southern part of the county. The median age is slightly higher than the national average, as many young people leave the county after high school to seek education and employment opportunities in larger cities like Columbus or Cincinnati, a common trend in rural America. Society in Myanmar County is built around traditional values of family, faith, and community. Churches play a central role in social life, hosting potlucks, festivals, and community outreach programs. High school sports, particularly football and basketball, are major community events, with a large portion of the town turning out on Friday nights to support the local team, the Myanmar County Panthers. Annual events like the Merauke County Fair, the Pindaya Maple Syrup Festival, and Amarapura's 4th of July celebration are important traditions that bring people from all corners of the county together, reinforcing a shared sense of identity and local pride. The government of Myanmar County operates under the laws of the state of Ohio and is structured to serve the needs of its residents at a local level. The primary governing body is the Board of County Commissioners. This board consists of 3 members elected by the public to serve 4-year terms. The commissioners act as the chief administrative and legislative body. They oversee the county's budget. They manage county-owned property. They authorize public works projects like road maintenance. They appoint members to boards and commissions. Their meetings are open to the public, usually held weekly at the county courthouse in Amarapura. In addition to the commissioners, there are several key elected officials. County auditor assesses property for taxation and keeps county finances in order. County treasurer collects taxes and manages county funds. Prosecuting attorney, chief legal counsel and prosecutes criminal cases. Clerk of courts maintains court records. County sheriff, the chief law enforcement officer. Each official is elected independently, creating checks and balances. The judicial branch is the Court of Common Pleas. It has broad jurisdiction over major civil and criminal cases. The Common Pleas judge is an elected official serving a 6-year term. For smaller matters, the municipal court in Amarapura serves the county. This tiered court system handles legal issues of all sizes efficiently. The county's legal framework is designed to be accessible to citizens. Understanding this structure explains how decisions are made in Myanmar County. Power is distributed among elected officials and a governing board. This decentralized system is common in American counties and makes government responsive to locals. This direct form of democracy ensures officials are accountable to residents. Citizens elect the people who manage safety. The day-to-day work of the Myanmar County government is carried out by a variety of departments, each with specific responsibilities. These departments are managed by directors appointed by the county commissioners. One key office is the county engineer's office, responsible for maintaining infrastructure over 300 miles of county roads, dozens of bridges, county drainage systems. In this hilly region, keeping roads safe and passable is critical. Winter snows, heavy rains, the engineers team and their fleet of trucks and heavy equipment, another vital department, Job and Family Services, the county's social safety net, assistance for low-income families, seniors, individuals with disabilities programs like SNAP Medicaid, Child Protective Services staff connecting residents with resources to ensure health and well-being, crucial support in rural areas promoting stability for families in Myanmar County Department of Health, Public Health and Disease Prevention Restaurant, health inspections, vaccination clinics monitoring private well water quality, public health education campaigns, smoking cessation, healthy eating during a public health crisis, such as a flu outbreak. They coordinate the local response. Local policies respond to specific county needs. County commissioners might implement zoning policy to guide development. These policies are discussed and voted on in public meetings. Law enforcement in Myanmar County is primarily handled by the Myanmar County Sheriff's Office. The sheriff is an elected official who serves as the county's chief law enforcement officer. The sheriff's office is responsible for policing all unincorporated areas of the county, that is, the vast majority of the land outside the official boundaries of the towns. Deputies patrol the county roads, respond to calls for service, investigate crimes, enforce traffic laws. The sheriff's office headquarters is located in Amarapura, adjacent to the county jail, which it also manages. The deputies are a familiar sight, providing a sense of security to residents in the most remote parts of the county. Amarapura Pindaya, Mraku. The Amarapura Police Department is the largest of the three, with a chief of police and a team of officers who patrol within the town's limits. The police departments in Pindaya and Mraku are much smaller, sometimes consisting of only a chief and a few part-time officers, responding to domestic disputes, managing traffic during local events. They work in close cooperation with the sheriff's office, often requesting backup or assistance for more serious incidents through a mutual aid agreement. In addition to local and county police, the Ohio State Highway Patrol has a presence in Myanmar County. State troopers are primarily responsible for enforcing traffic laws on the state highways that run through the county, such as State Route 13. Handle traffic accidents. The security infrastructure also includes the county's court system, which ensures that those who break the law are held accountable. The county courthouse in Amarapura is a secure facility, with bailiffs provided by the sheriff's office to maintain order in the courtrooms. Works together to maintain public order and uphold the rule of law, ensuring that Myanmar County remains a safe place to live and work. Knowing who to call in an emergency is crucial for safety in any community. In Myanmar County, the most important number to remember is 911. This number should be used for any police, fire, medical emergency. When you dial 911, your call is routed to the county's central dispatch center located in Amarapura. The dispatcher will ask for the nature of your emergency and your location, then dispatch the appropriate responders, a sheriff's deputy, a local police officer, an ambulance, or a fire truck. It is the single point of contact for all urgent situations, designed to get help to you as quickly as possible, no matter where you are in the county. For non-emergencies, call direct agency lines to keep 911 free. Example, minor theft or questions for a deputy, Myanmar County Sheriff's Office. Non-emergency line, 555-867-5309, Amarapura Police Department. Non-urgent, save these contacts in your phone. Fire and EMS are a mix of volunteer and professional departments. Amarapura has a full-time fire department and the main ambulance service. Rural fire protection comes from volunteer departments in Pindaya and smaller townships. It is also wise to know the number for the local hospital. The Myanmar County General Hospital in Amarapura has a 24-hour emergency room. Another useful contact is the County Emergency Management Agency. Having these numbers saved in your phone can provide peace of mind and quick access to help when you need it most.
There are places on our planet that seem to exist in a quieter, more deliberate rhythm, worlds away from the clamor of modern life. One such place is the Sultanate of Brunei, a small nation nestled on the northern coast of the vast island of Borneo. It is a land defined by its relationship with the natural world, a realm where ancient rainforests still hold dominion and life often flows at the gentle pace of its meandering rivers. Many might know it for its considerable wealth, derived from the rich deposits of oil and gas that lie beneath its soil and sea. But to focus solely on this underground fortune, is to miss the true treasure that lies upon its surface. The country, officially known as Brunei Darussalam, which translates to Abode of Peace. It is geographically unique, split into two separate territories both enveloped by the Malaysian state of Sarawak. The western, larger portion is the heart of its population and economy. The eastern exclave of Temburong remains a bastion of untamed wilderness. Its coastline, stretching along the South China Sea, shows mangrove forests and quiet beaches. The sea has always been a provider and a pathway, linking Brunei to its neighbors and the wider world, yet the country retains a sense of seclusion and self-containment. It rewards the patient observer with subtle wonders, from the intricate patterns of a hand-woven textile to the quiet majesty of a hornbill taking flight over the canopy. For the curious traveler, Brunei is not for noisy nightlife, but for those who find beauty in order and tranquility. It is an invitation to slow down, observe a culture rooted in faith and respect, and witness how a nation can prosper while holding fast to long-held values. The capital city, Bandar Seri Begawan, is the serene and orderly heart of Brunei. Its name, City of the Honorable Lord, reflects its status as the center of royal and religious life. Unlike sprawling metropolises elsewhere, the city exudes profound calm and spaciousness. Laid out with grandeur and precision, clean streets, manicured gardens, creating harmony and order. At its core stands the magnificent Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin Mosque, white marble and gleaming gold. Its main dome, covered in pure gold, shines like a beacon. Its reflection shimmers in the lagoon. The Brunei River flows through the city, a historic artery connecting modern capital to ancient past. Water taxis, penambang, hum gently across the surface, practical transport, and a unique way to see the city. From the water, gaze upon Istana Nurul Iman, one of the world's largest palaces. Museums keep royal heritage, the Royal Regalia Museum, its grand hall, the chariot, regalia, and gifts. Nearby, the Malay Technology Museum preserves crafts that sustain the water villages: boat building, fishing, metalworking, weaving. Modernity is integrated with care. Gleaming malls, contemporary buildings, historic mosques, and traditional markets, balanced with green spaces. To truly understand Brunei, one must journey east, across the bay, to the district of Temburong. This is the nation's green heart, enveloped by ancient, untouched rainforest. Here, nature reigns supreme. Ulu Temburong National Park, 50,000 hectares, access carefully managed to minimize impact. The journey is immersion, a longboat ride upriver, local boatmen navigating every twist and turn. Signs of civilization fade. The jungle's symphony swells, a vertical world from damp forest floor to sunlit canopy. Life thrives at every level. Fungi and orchids, leafcutter ants marching, unseen creatures in the undergrowth. Branches host epiphytes, primates rule, elusive gibbons, peculiar proboscis monkeys. Air full of wings, iridescent butterflies, dazzling birds, hornbills whose wing beats announce them. The crowning experience, the canopy walkway. More than 50 meters up, the rainforest revealed an ocean of green to the horizon. At dawn, the canopy wakes with birds and primates. It is humbling, a world unchanged for millions of years. Preservation is deliberate. Though the economy grew on fossil fuels, the rainforest is an enduring treasure, a sanctuary for biodiversity and for the human spirit, a living library to protect for generations. As the tropical sun sets and the heat fades, a different energy awakens in Brunei. This is the hour of the Pasar Malam, night market, the social and culinary heart of the community. The most famous is Gadong Night Market, buzzing every evening. Aromas mingle, the smoky scent of grilling meat, the sweetness of coconut and pandan, the savor of simmering curries. Satay, marinated chicken or beef, charred over coals, served with rich peanut sauce and compressed rice. Nasi katak, fried chicken, steamed rice, a dollop of spicy sambal, all wrapped in brown paper. Kui treasures, glutinous rice, coconut milk, palm sugar, tapioca, from layered kui lapis to chewy onde that burst with palm sugar. Refreshing drinks, sugarcane, calamansi lime, tropical fruits, cool the evening. More than food, a vital social hub, relaxed, convivial, free from rush and noise. People browse, chat with vendors, and share plates. The night market is a pure expression of culture, unpretentious, generous, centered on good food and company. To glimpse the historical soul of Brunei, one must look to its water villages, Kampong Air. A labyrinthine city on stilts, continuously inhabited for over 1,000 years, once called the Venice of the East. Not just houses, but a full community. Schools, mosques, shops, clinics, linked by wooden boardwalks. Life moves to the rhythm of tides. Water taxis hum at dawn as residents and children set out. Uniforms brighten wooden vistas. Boardwalks become streets, playgrounds, and social spaces. Homes, often colorful, are designed for tropical airflow and comfort. Living over water fosters cooperation. The spirit of Gotong Royong is strong. If a house needs repair or a celebration begins, the whole community lends a hand. Modernization brings clean water, electricity, and sanitation, so heritage can thrive today. Visiting feels like another world, where past and present flow as seamlessly as the river below. While Brunei is deeply rooted in tradition, its youth navigate the 21st century with enthusiasm and creativity. In cafes and campuses, youth culture is globally aware and distinctly Bruneian. High internet and smartphone use connect them to the wider world. Social platforms are spaces for self-expression, entrepreneurship, and identity. Instashops thrive, from cakes and coffee to custom clothing and handicrafts. Infrastructure and digital literacy expand access, including rural areas. They join global conversations, media, gaming, and social causes, while grounded in local values. Tradition and tech blend, hybrid identities honoring heritage with digital tools. They are weaving the next chapter, deeply familiar, refreshingly new. The social fabric of Brunei is woven with mutual care and collective responsibility. Rooted in Islamic teachings, zakat and sadaqah, and the Malay concept of gotong royong. Oil wealth enabled a safety net, free education, healthcare, and subsidized housing. Beyond the state, charity permeates community life. Food drives, mosque collections, Ramadan iftars. Aid reaches those in need. Charity is a joyful expression of faith and solidarity. NGOs and youth groups rise, cleanups, mentorship, and skills training that uplift communities. Social media raises awareness, recruits volunteers, and mobilizes donations. Welfare state, religious institutions, and grassroots movements together build belonging. True wealth is community strength and compassion. Brunei's reputation as one of the safest countries is palpable. Calm streets, exceptionally low crime, and public order. Tranquility stems from a small population, a strong economy, and a culture of respect and rule of law. Visitors note they can walk at any hour without fear, a rare luxury. Culture is shaped by the Malay Islamic monarchy, Malay customs, Islamic faith, and reverence for the Sultan. Islam guides public and private conduct, audible in daily calls to prayer and visible in observances and modest dress. Visitors show respect, modest dress, remove shoes, and avoid eating publicly during Ramadan fasting hours. Reverence for the royal family unifies the nation. Royal events inspire pride and patriotism. An unhurried pace values politeness, humility, and avoiding confrontation, deepening the peace. Brunei Darussalam lives up to its name, the abode of peace, where ancient rainforest meets a devout, orderly society. From tranquil Kampong Ayer to vibrant Gadong nights, from Ulu Temburong's canopy to calm capital streets, Brunei is a unique journey. Here, wealth is community, safety, nature, and quiet contentment.